Why do they always come at night? Is it because the Iron World and the Dreaming Lands are closer then? I don't know. Maybe I should ask somebody else about this stuff. But I'm truly amazed how well everything turned out. Okay, maybe our messenger took a freaking long time to contact the siblings. And maybe the messenger got caught and is now damned for another durance in Arcadia. Let's just hope Bob doesn't get into his killing mood once again, as he noticed I risked and might have lost his daughter in this game. Fuck. Luckily, he would break our oath if he hurt me. But just to be sure, I should get my fingers on him once again. I have to put him in mind of my care and love for his scarred heart. In the end, we succeeded, didn't we? We got only 2 out of 3 siblings. Fuck. There's no time for remorse. We have to look into the future and solve this Schmidt-based problem as soon as possible. After that, more rescue missions are in order. Yes! Everything will be fine. Everybody will say, "You did well, Knux. You saved us, Knux. You aren't only dreaming, imagining a brighter and better world. This is proof. One doesn't have to be a fighter to change something. You see the big picture. You create this new world. Knux, you are a creator. Your story will be told to future generations. They will love me for what I did, for who I am, and this void will finally be filled."
This is Red Moon Role Playing, and we are playing Changeling the Lost Homebrew Edition.
It is deepest night. There's only darkness, aside from some flickering embers in the old, reused popcorn machine. Sleep has come to the lost who are living, sleeping in this place. David, you have this feeling you should be able to do something, but you can't. You are back, standing on a meadow. Not too far, a ash tree is standing, a swing dangling from a dead branch. To your left, the building you live in is looming over you. Its facade is deeply grey, and the windows look like broken eyes. Other people aren't too far away. Deeply involved into their own affairs, they don't notice you. Their lips move, but there's no sound. Actually, there's no sound at all. Night falls, and you're still beneath the ash tree. Candle flames flicker in the leaf canopy.
I look around. I assume I'm dreaming. It's not very pleasant. I go towards the tree. I wonder to myself, is this the tree we're looking for? Maybe?
No, it isn't. It does look more like a tree in the garden at your parents' home, with the old swing.
This house. Is it my house? Did I live here?
As a child, yes.
I do remember now. Vaguely, anyway. I find myself walking towards that house. Can I go inside? What do I see?
You can reach a window, and on the inside there's some green light. You can recognize some of the people. For one, there's your sister, Hanna, licking a huge ice cream while its red drops fall from her hand to the ground. Your mother isn't too far away. She's preparing the kitchen table for dinner. Her eyes are shut. Are there needle stitches at her eyelids? At the table is always something missing, so she has to keep fetching different dishes. At last, there's your wife. Deborah tries to make herself up. The mirror she is standing in front of is fractured, and so she fails constantly.
My wife. I remember my wife. And there was someone else as well. But I'm at this window. It's all very disturbing. Is there no doors? I try and leave the window and look for the front door. The house has a door, doesn't it? No?
It doesn't. There are no doors.
Are there any other windows that I can reach, at least? Or is this the only one?
As you try, they grow out of your reach. The wall is just getting bigger, larger.
I try and jump to quickly get to this window before it is gone, before it's out of reach.
You try and jump, but you're lacking the strength. And as you return to the ground, you're starting to float. Your feet don't reach to the ground. It's like helplessly swimming in the air.
I'm unsure what I can do, if I'm honest with you. This is just a dream after all, and if it's not going to offer me anything, then maybe I should just rest. Fine, I just sort of float. I let myself be taken away.
As you made up your mind, the candle lights in the ash tree start to shine brighter. My. Did my little spy run away? These words hit you like knives. In terrible beauty, Lord Esk emerges from the tree. I have to say, I was wondering when you would try. Didn't expect you to come this far. Do you like what you see? It's quite a sight, I would say.
I'm filled with an immediate terror. I think to myself, this is a dream. It can't be here. It's not here. I try to struggle against the floating now. I'm trying to just get away.
Please roll 4d10.
1 success.
You take 1 lethal point of clarity damage. What's so disturbing about his presence in your dream?
It's the fact that a little part of me thinks maybe it's not a dream. Maybe he is here. Maybe he's going to take me back. And I don't want to go back, not now I've remembered so much. I can't go back to being just a shadow on the wall again. I can't.
Now it is time to end this little walk. He yanks at the chain he was holding in his hand. Completely unexpected, you feel a mighty pull at your neck and suddenly you are right in front of him. The free hand grabs for your hair and pulls your head back. With your throat completely revealed, you are pressed against his chest. What is so intoxicating about him? You're in danger of losing yourself.
I feel like I just can't get free. The chain, it's almost like it's part of me. Not made of any material, I know, but of liquid shadow. I am the chain. There's nothing else beyond it. And I'm just drawn in, and I can only look in horror at his beautifully horrific features.
His delicate hand holding the chain. It is so strong. For a second, you could feel it. How all the tiny muscles in his fingers are caressing the chain, holding tight to it. As he speaks on, his voice is so sweet, making you shiver, but also cutting into your ear, slicing your auditory canal. And he whispers to you, from back home, under the ash tree, in Acadia, the feasts, the parties. Hanna, you awaken by somebody crying. There's almost no light in Knacksat, only some embers in the popcorn machine. You find David asleep, but crying and hurling himself in pain as it seems. He does not wake up.
I crawl over to him and curl up put his head in my lap and gently caress his hair, trying to whisper soothing words in his ear. There, brother. Sister is here. Yes. All will be well. We will find home. We will find home. Sister is here. I gently run my coarse fingers over his cheek and try to wipe up the tears that's falling from his eyes. And then I take a deep breath and I close my eyes and I try to sync my breathing to his. And maybe he will let me into his dreams so that I can help him.
What doesn't make so easy for you to enter this specific dream?
There's something in his cries that makes me really want to help him. I know now that we are part of the same family and that we belong together. And if he needs me, I know I'm the only one that can help him. So I open myself as well to his dreams, just as much as I force my way into his.
And you're really successful. You feel every dreamer has some kind of bastion, a protected space in which she can dream, in which they do have control over things. Changelings usually do have full control over their dreams. Something very horrible must be happening to David right now. He should be able to form his own dreams, but he isn't. And you feel the bastion. It's thorny. You have to weasel your way into his dream, And as you go in, you notice somebody is manipulating this dream bastion, trying to make it stronger, avoid contact with the outside, and to keep whatever there is inside. You are holding a cone of ice cream. You're standing at a window, looking down into a garden with an ash tree and an old swing. And there he is, David, in the arms of Lord Esk. A chain connects both of them from David's throat to the fairy. You can act as if you were a physical person in this dream and change elements of the dream by doing this. What would you like to do?
I look at the ice cream cone I have in my hand, and I look down towards my brother and Lord Esk, and I can feel I really don't want David to fall in his hands again. I'm so tired of this hunt. I need to break the chains. I need to do something to help him. I blow on the ice cream to transfer the cold from the soft ice cream to the window and further down into the garden to freeze the chains, and hoping that he will be able to break them.
This is a great idea. Please roll presence plus athletics plus your word, please.
2 success. My breath, a bit rugged, and caresses the ice cream and kind of carries not only the cold from within, but also the sweet smells and the memories of summers long gone. It creeps across the window pane and paints crystalline figures in cotton candy colors and flowers and rainbows almost. The cold transfers to the air outside, and you can see almost like visible shapes slowly finding its way down to where David and Lord Esk are standing. And there the breath and the cold wraps around the chains between them, like fingers caressing them, the chains, and tightening the grip, making them a bit more rigid and colder to the touch.
The fairy is surprised. He looks around and tries to locate the source of this magic. And then he looks up to the window, and his irritated features become smiling once again. There's the second one. How nice to join us. Ready for a little run? He snaps his fingers, and you can hear hooves not too far away and coming closer. Laughter echoes through the night. It's hunting season. But as these hunting sounds are drawing closer, you are sure he wasn't amazed by this cold in the chain. And you noticed that this isn't just a chain made of dream stuff. This is a true and real chain. Red eyes peel from the briars surrounding the garden.
I snarl and I hunch over, and I can feel my claws scraping against my fur. Once again, it's covering my body. I try to find a way down to the garden. I must get to my brother so that we can get away.
David, this connection between you and Lord Esk, it feels more real than the rest of this dream. It seems to be a very, very special thing. And you said it yourself, it's part of you and it's part of him. But now it is frozen and seems to be a little bit more brittle.
I need to get free. I'm gonna try and bring my hand down and break it, if I can.
You can try. Please use presence plus brawl or athletics plus your word rating.
That is no successes.
Please describe the futility of your attempt.
I just start smashing on this chain and nothing's happening, and I just keep hitting it again and again, and do I notice, have I seen Hanna yet?
Lord Esk talks to her, you heard her voice, she's up there in the window with your family.
Ah, yes, I just call out like, Hanna! Help! Help!
I'm desperately trying to find an exit or a way out, or maybe I can smash the window if it's brittle enough.
Of course you can.
I grab one of the chairs and throw it against the window, hoping to break it.
Your mother seems not to be pleased with you taking away some of the furniture.
I snarl at her and bare my teeth.
She looks at you very disappointed, sighs, and starts to climb out of the window, which is still littered with broken glass shards. What are you doing?
I call to David. David, this is your dream. You should be able to control it, yes? You should... Don't use your hands, use your feelings and your mind. Do it!
She's right, I try and... it's so hard to focus and I feel so sick. Something is wrong. But I will try and focus, I must. I need to try and... Anything, if I can affect anything at all, I'm gonna try and do it.
Chain is unbreakable right now. Lord Esk is right in front of you. There are white animals coming from the wood. What could you do? Space is relative, as you learned. So are all physical things inside of dreams.
I kind of suppose... I say, why are you here? Why are you doing this?
To take you back, of course, my little fly. You belong to me. It was a nice distraction, but I have to attend to important business. There has to be a hunt tonight. There has to be a feast tonight. And whilst I like the occasional walk to your little reality thing you have going on here, I prefer to be a good host. So, please don't make any more of your busy work here and come back with me. You know, I have an important meeting with the Lady of Sorrows and the Lady of Edwin Twilight. Somebody must have told her.
Is there... Wait. Maybe if I can get the house closer to me, then Hanna can get closer to us. I'll try and do that. I'll try and focus on the house and try and make it come to us.
I think This would be a manipulation plus empathy roll plus your word.
6 successes. And I just reach out a hand for the house. And I just think of my sister and all the things inside the house that I want. And I just start pulling the house towards me. And the ground starts to shake and the very bricks start to fall off the house in a way as it is in some way trying to resist. But it can't as it comes forwards.
Suddenly you are very close to David, Hanna.
I jump straight for the chain between them, knowing that it's probably a futile attempt, but I need to get him away from Lord Esk before the hunters arrive, before we need to run.
So, roll one final time your presence plus your brawl plus your word rating. Your modifier is +1.
1 success.
You loosen one of the links, and with a little pling sound, it breaks. You can see the chain already regrowing, building new links to connect once again. It seems to be like being alive. Lord Esk isn't amused anymore. With a wave of one of his hands, he calls out the hunting pack from the Bryce, and it seems to be like a group of dire boars with immense teeth and a thick and dirty pelt. They come closer. Their hoofs are leaving the meadow in rebels, and they start to encircle you. Amongst them, there's one lone wolf. You remember him. It's the one with the horrible teeth, which gave you this wound, which in your sleeping body still hurts.
I actually kind of hunch over a bit and starts whimpering. It's like, no, hunt, no more hunt. And I turn to David and I kind of look at him pleading, make it stop.
I'm gonna try and, as the house is coming closer, I look to the hunting pack. So I reach my hand out and I summon a hedge wall, a massive bunch of my own vines and tendrils and briars, and I try and create it in front of the hunting pack, so at least it has stopped coming forwards. And I roll 1 success.
As the hedge wall grows around you, you get it between yourself and the Feylord. Your insolence will not stand. You got him angry. He just does a waving move with his hand, and the frost takes off from the chain and starts assembling in his palm. He takes a deep breath, and then, with a bellowing sound, he breathes just like Hanna did before, the cold directly at you and your hedge wall, trying to freeze you to the ground. And then he commands, "Get them." Hanna, please roll 4 dice.
2 success.
Please take 2 lethal damage to your clarity, your mental health.
How far am I from David? Is he close by?
You're really close. You're landed next to him.
I throw myself at his waist and hold him close, and I will try my best to wake us both up from this awful dream. I want to take us back into the waking world, if I can do that.
Please roll. Composure plus your remaining clarity. This should be 7 dice.
I roll 3 6s.
You threw yourself at David, clamoring to him, and now trying to wake up. You can hear the frost biting itself through the hedge wall. You can hear and feel the thorns as they explode all over you, because the boars and this one wolf, as they are breaking through the barrier. How do you wake up?
I'm curled up next to David, still has his head in my on my lap, and I'm actually growling and almost howling. I'm so angry. I'm so angry with Lord Esk and his stupid dogs and boars and wolves and whatever. And I think I've actually dug my nails a bit too far into David's neck. And that might be what brings him back as well.
So it does.
Yes, I feel, if anything, the pain helps me focus, and I remember it's a dream and we can wake up from dreams. And I just say to myself, wake up! Wake up!
So you do. You wake up. You come back to this little hut amidst old, damaged attractions. The smell of cinnamon, candy, all around you. Somebody lit some candles. Both you are beneath one cover, your head gently settled on a cushion. The fire in the popcorn machine is burning once again, the kettle singing its song. You're back. Knux looking at you. You brought something with you. New memories about your durance. And there was something familiar in these eyes of this one lone wolf. The boars, they were first as they crushed the barrier. Only 1 or 2 seconds after them, the wolf arrived. There was hesitance in his movement. But thinking about this might not be important right now. You're back and you're together.
And I just turn and I look at you, Hanna, and I'm like, that was... What was that?
I unclench my fingers from your neck. The hunt is coming. We need to go.
Well, we do. We need to... I pull myself up, trying to get myself together. Sort of, we need to... Yes, today we need to find that tree. If we can save this place, I think we can save ourselves at the same time. I think.
Knux, yes?
Yes?
How? Where? How do we get out of here? We need to find home. Yes.
At the moment, I think you're at the most home place you will find. At least tonight. I
think Hunt is coming.
It is.
Lord Esk tried... chained David. We escaped, but they are coming for us.
Oh no, not tonight. But... yeah, of course, we took you from him, now he takes another one of us. Yeah, why don't I think things through? Calm down, Knux, calm down. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine.
Are there more of you?
Yes, we... actually... we are round about a dozen. And I have to wake up Bob and Bulk. They would take most of the hunters and crushing them per heads, and the rest of us will hide. I will get some others, and they will inform the rest of us, and this should be fast.
Yes, we can. I can hide. We can together. All. We will stop the hunt. We will run. Yes.
Yes, I think if we just figure out the problem with this place, I think that will help, and I think our blood... You're right, I think it's all tied to our father somehow.
We need to talk to him to stop this happening.
Yes. Okay. This is a protected place. As long as you stay inside, you will be relatively safe. I will just be away for some minutes.
And then she leaves you two. Hanna, with a feeling of having saved her brother, and David, with this impression, there's this chain which is still there around his neck, regrown and a part of him. So it is very, very early in the morning. You two are still huddled at the side of the old and broken popcorn machine. Knux did take good care for you two. So, in the twilight, before the sun starts a rise to the sky, you two are once again alone, together in this old candy store.
I awoke and I wasn't happy. The dream was too much, and it seemed so unfair that he'd found us so quickly, so easily. And yet, maybe that's the point. Maybe we are easy to find here, and that's why we need to help all these people. But I'm not happy having to stay inside. I've been pacing the little home that we have. Impatient. I want to get out. We need to find the tree. We can't do it sitting here. I sort of sulk on a chair.
I walk over to David, put my hand on his shoulder. Brother, I think we must go. This is not good.
I know we need to go, but we need to find that tree. That's the key.
Or should we talk to Father?
Well, I mean, how do we do that? I don't even...
We go home, yes?
Home? We can't go home. Does it even exist anymore? We don't know how... We'll find. And might even be just hunted again. Maybe even easier. There.
Did you see the wolf with the boars?
I vaguely remember a wolf, yes.
It was the same one that bit me. My hand goes down my leg towards the fairly grim wound that's still tormenting me. It was, yes.
Yes?
But it was familiar, wasn't it? In another way.
I mean, I try and think back a little. I'm not entirely sure what I mean.
I might be wrong. Sorry. I walk over to a corner and huddle down, caressing my own knees. No, start to wiggle a bit back and forth. Or rock a bit back and forth.
I'd like to go home. I really would, but I'm afraid, if I'm honest, Hanna. And I think we need to look at the tree first before we do anything. We need to deal with this problem. I think once we've dealt with the problem, then we can go home.
What if it's not a tree? What if it's the hedge?
You think where you spilled the blood was near the hedge?
Maybe.
That could mean something. We still need to look. I tell you what, I kind of look outside. I know they said stay here, but let's just go. Let's just go and look.
Yes. I think I know where we go together.
Excellent, you can lead the way.
I quickly jump up onto my feet again and I start walking over to the entrance of this little hovel where we're hiding. Is Knack still here?
No, she left to gather the others. Especially Bob and somebody called Balk. They seem to be like the militia of the Spreepark.
And Bob left as well?
Yes, he did. Some hours ago he must have. He wasn't with you this night.
I glance outside to see. Is it dark or is it day now?
It's twilight. Just before dawn. The air's completely still. There's this very, very fine fog which silences every sound. The little bit of light seems completely unreal, and it's this feeling like the world is enclosed in amber. Nothing is happening.
Brother, I don't know. It doesn't feel right. Maybe... but we need to go, right?
I trust you to lead the way. Let's just be quick. It doesn't do anything if we just look. Let's go. I do, however, take a moment to just start carefully assessing the park and the area. I do know how to observe things after all.
Yes, you do. And as you're looking around, you notice traces of life. Usually places like this, they collect all the litter, but the area is clean. Although it seems the plants are growing everywhere, wild, just as they want, there seems to be some kind of guiding spirit in it. There are cleared paths, there are ways which are traveled more often. And you see some of the huts and of the tiny houses. They are very well barricaded, but you don't see any signs of danger.
That's good. I take it all in. I think to myself, these people must really take care of their home. And this is a home to them. But it's not our home. Not yet, anyway. Right. It's okay. It is clear, sister. Let's just lead the way to where you remember. Where you remember spilling the blood with father. Let's go.
I nod, take a few steps outside of out the door, and I actually stretch my hand towards you.
I take your hand.
Together we walk out into the twilight.
You do. You wander off. Actually, you don't have to go any long ways for your travel, since the popcorn machine was witness to the events long time ago. You walk onto the meadow, not a dreamed one, a real. And shortly afterwards you come to the edge of a small wood which divides the Spreepark from the river. How do you find your tree?
This memory is still vague to me, as I didn't see it, more heard it from my brother, but I do my best to try to summon the memory, or maybe a dream. Maybe I've dreamt of it, and maybe I can find that dream again.
Roll wits plus composure.
2 success.
You're thinking very hard on this one, but you can't recall it by force of your will. You have to trick yourself, thinking about the scar on your thumb. And then it comes back, slowly. You see the tree growing from year to year to year. One could say there was an ice cream every year. But one could say there was a cut year per year per year. And so, in the end, you're standing in front of an ash tree. Slender but strong, holding up his head into the sky, reaching with its branches like arms and fingers for the disappearing stars above. You have found it.
I let go of David's hand and I take 2 steps towards the tree and I put my hand upon the bark.
This is it.
I turn to you and nod.
Wonderful. I take a moment to wipe a hand through my hair as I just walk towards this tree, and initially I just put my hand towards it as well. Do I feel anything?
Would you like this to become your usual way to detect fey magic?
Do you mean, would that be using my contract or not?
No, there's a way for changelings to discern if something is of fey nature or not. You can see spells, magics.
In that case, yes, I would like to see if I feel the telltale signs of something not of this world.
You can use this by spending 1 point of willpower and roll clarity.
I roll 2 successes.
You feel a vibration in the tree, as if it was more alive than it should be. And just like when you throw a stone into a water, the water starts to ripple. And it has a center from which the rippling starts. It's just the same here. Somewhere up in the branches, there is the beginning of this movement.
My eyes are drawn to those branches. What is going on here? What is the source of this power?
You might have felt something like this before. It's not only the power of canning to know if something is magic. No, you learn something more about this. You can discern the resonance of the rippling, and it feels like there's something woven into the wood. It became an anchor of a vow.
I find myself thinking, if a vow was made here, would this be an ideal spot for a contract? Could this tree have been the contract itself, maybe, or the signing of the contract? I do know a little of contracts. I have learned a few, and did learn with my occult knowledge at least the theory of other contracts and how they worked in the worlds of the Fae. So yes, do I know maybe what this is?
Sometimes to seal a pledge between two parties, a physical representation of this pledge is chosen. It becomes sometimes a form of linchpin. So if the representation is destroyed, it might destroy the pledge too, or it's working as a reminder for the involved parties.
I'm learning much, but I look to Hanna and I say, I think I need more. This is definitely a possible linchpin or a reminder of a vow, a pledge. A vow I believe our father made with our blood. But I need more. And I will enact my contract, spending a glamour. I shall whisper to the tree a secret. And the secret from the world of the Fae is Lord Esk has been known lately to court the Lady of Sorrows. And in return, I will ask for a secret from the tree.
It answers in an unexpected way. It bows its crown with a deep rumbling noise. The trunk moves downwards and it's coming to unhold as it's showing you one of its branches. There is something written, a little poem, one could say. One little sapling out of 3, one mighty tree is every tree. Mother is daughter and father is son, your family and mine are one. No harm shall befall either of us, from bastard souls treasonous. I shall pledge my dreams to you, and a forest for your view.
You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying, where we play the adventure Red Moon Above the Spreepark for Changeling the Lost 2nd edition. Our game master was Tobias, who you can find as Tommer2 on Twitter. Players were Craig and Jenny Bremberg. Changeling the Lost 2nd edition is published by Onyx Path Publishing. The music is made by the talented Simon Kölle, who you can find at simonkolle.com. Sound effects are from soundbible.com and salamisound.de. We would like to give massive thanks to our champions of the Red Moon, Martin Heuschober, Nastasia Raulerson, and David, for their generous support. And we would of course also like to thank all of our other patrons. Without your support, the show would not be possible. Thank you again for listening, and see you soon again.